Shalom, everyone. I am so glad that you have joined us for this new episode of All Things El. My name is Elena. It's not all things about me. It's really all things about Him, the one true God. El as in El Shaddai, El Elyon. Today, I am doing this video, uploading this episode is as part one of or preview of something that I found so exciting and fascinating that I want to share with you. So this is just a little preview, and in 2 weeks I'm going to share with you about something that is so dear to my heart. The two of my favorite languages of the world, and I love languages, which is Hebrew and Chinese. Growing up in Hong Kong, I started learning to read and write in Chinese at age 3. Yes, at 3 years old, we start learning to write, and kindergarten is 3 years in Hong Kong. And so Chinese just is second nature to me, and it is something that I would say, because Chinese people know it and we take it for granted, we never try to dissect the words to find meanings in it. And not until several years ago, there is a pastor that started talking about the hidden messages of Genesis, the creation stories in the Chinese language. I never realized there's so much hidden away in this language, and so I'm going to share a lot more in 2 weeks with you in the part 2 of the amazing messages hidden in the Chinese language and the Hebrew language. And these two languages have similarities that we wouldn't think of otherwise. Now, we know that they're both ancient languages, and they originated from pictographs. That means a lot of the words come from pictures. And just like the Hebrew alphabets, every alphabet has came from a picture, and so it has meanings attached to it. And for the Chinese as well. And so, for example, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. For example, the word for God in Chinese is made up of 2 parts. So the Chinese characters, they always come with a radical, which is a core foundation part of the word that gives you a clue of what that word means. Somewhat like the Hebrew root word, because every Hebrew word comes from the 3 Hebrew roots, the 3 Hebrew letters that make up the root. And so the Chinese radical for the word God means manifest, a sign, or to show something. It's a sign to show something, manifest itself. And the other part for the word God, it is a word by itself. It means to state something, or it actually is just the phonetic part of the word. It gives it the sound, because in Chinese, God is Shen in Mandarin, and Cantonese, that's where I come, where I come from in Hong Kong, is Sun. So the phonetic part of the word for God, Sung or Shen in Mandarin, it just gives it the sound. But what I found fascinating is not only that, but Sung has a number attached to this word. Now, every Hebrew alphabet has a number associated with them. For Chinese, specifically for more ancient literature and historic literature type of thing. There are 12 words that gives us the numbers instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so this particular word has the number 9 associated with it. And the number 9 in the Bible, there are 9 fruits of the Spirit of God. And also the number 9 means judgment. And God is the one that brings judgment to the world. And God is the one that would manifest himself to show himself. And he is the one would guide us like a sign. And I just want to share with you that I have not arrived in this journey, on this journey. And I am still in the exploration stage. And there's so much to explore. And I just found that very interesting that Hebrew and Chinese have more in common than we think. And especially starting from the radicals in the Chinese characters and then in the Hebrew letters. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to share with you a lot more. And there's something else I'm going to introduce to you as well. And so stay tuned. I'm excited about sharing with you some of the hidden God messages in the 2 languages. They're my 2 favorite languages, Hebrew and Chinese. But until then, until next time, shalom everyone.